Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions!
To the Pepis! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that! This is a match for all the 2024 Fall U19 Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League marbles. Downtown United Soccer Club, at first glance, appears to have the upper hand in today's fixture, primarily thanks to its league-leading record of 4 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie that is accompanied by its mammoth goal difference and exemplary feat as the competition's lone unbeaten team. Dusk therefore needs either a draw or a win to reserve its seat at the head of the CJSL table. However, this is still anyone's game and anyone's league for that matter when noting the opposite side of this afternoon's contest. Enter Euro Youth Football Association, better known as FA Euro New York, the sole competitor that as of right now has restrained Downtown United Soccer Club to its solitary non-win result and has a record of 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Now, although this is an all-or-nothing game for both teams, perhaps it rings truer, or especially true, for FA Euro, who needs a victory in order to dethrone its opponent on account of the tiebreaker rules that prioritize head-to-head results after number of wins. I am Sean Cabrera, behind the camera is Marlon Diaz, and you are watching the Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League on Game in Frame. And once again, here we have the table right in front of us. Dusk leading the pack with 13 points. Right on their tails, however, is FA Euro New York, the Brooklynites, with just 10. Meanwhile, not too far behind is Chernomorets Black Sea with 9 points. New York Bravehearts Soccer Club is in 4th with 7. Gotham Manhattan FC is in penultimate place with 3 points. And at the bottom of the table with a single point is New York Titans Football Club. Now, we see there that Dusk does have 13 points. FA Euro New York has 10. And as aforementioned, FA Euro New York needs a win here in order to win the 2024 fall season of the Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League. These two teams have already faced each other once so far. This is the de facto rematch, in other words. And that first affair had ended 3-3, 6 combined goals. And it's a really notable number when you think about it, considering that FA Euro New York currently has a goal difference of -3 or -3, whereas Dusk, again, always the leader there with a whopping 21 goal differential, the only positive double-digit goal differential for that matter in the entire league table. So surely we will have an exciting match despite the mellowness on display from the players on the sideline. However, we must note that there may be a delay due to prior scheduling here in the CJSL. So in advance, we do appreciate your patience as you are watching the Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League on Game in Frame.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
That's a good bit of footwork there by Spalding. It's gone for a spaceship shot! It's magnificent by Spalding!
Welcome to the Game and Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt, and we're at St John's Stadium. It's going to be Spencer Burkhart over the wall. Brilliant! Hoboken level it up. He's gone down. Penalty, Pan-Cyprians. Joe Holland beats Borte and re-establishes the lead for the Pan-Cyprian Freedoms.
Congratulations on the hat-trick, great seeing you.
As a player, I was looking to just have
Well guys, that just about does it for us at St John's. The Pan-Cyprian Freedoms going top of the EPSR Metropolitan table tonight. 4-2 winners over Hoboken.
as both teams have finally assembled onto the field. Thank you again for your patience. And to reward that, we'll go over the rosters for both teams today, at least the confirmed rosters. With Downtown United Soccer Club, we will see the likes of Logan Mejia, who wears the number 1, Marco Donajevich Vico, who wears the number 75, Owen Agan, who wears the number 14, Julius Pomales with the number 15, the number 18 belonging to Arshan Shah, Tristan Medina with the number 19, Luke Bijarini with the number 89, Neo Viverberg, with the number 24, Clyde Kondos with the number 28, Deacon Diggs with the 81, Ray Sullivan 85, Adam Bajsinovic with the number 88, Kevin Serrano with the number 90, Masaru Koulibaly wears the number 39, Ari Green wears the number 16, the number 17 belongs to Carlos Ortiz, and the number 75 lastly belongs to Bruno Triana. That's been your roster for Downtown United Soccer Club, and we'll soon go over that of FA Euro New York. So speaking of which, with 10 points is just a victory away from a dramatic plot twist. FA Euro, despite having the second least productive offense in terms of scoring, is currently one of only 2 teams this season to avoid a shutout loss. And since only a triumph would grant them the necessary points plus advantage to decide the season standings based on tiebreaker regulations, based on head-to-head results, the Brooklynites will surely approach this contest guns blazing and pray that its goal-scoring form persists. Of course, this is a fitting de facto U19 Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League final. Second place FA Euro New York challenges first place Downtown United Soccer Club in the closing 2024 fall match day right here on Game in Frame. As an early cross did threaten the back line, and perhaps the goalkeeper, wearing neon green for now for Downtown United Soccer Club. Likewise for Downtown United Soccer Club, this campaign's protagonists have undoubtedly been the forwards, who have averaged 6.8 goals per game and have been the principal reason for their team's invincible 13-point tally so far. Speaking of forwards, it's FA Euro New York that for now has had more offensive deliveries within these opening 70-plus seconds, as Downtown United Soccer Club recovers the ball along the right-hand side. It bounces toward a midfielder in the form of Luke Bijarini. Cleared forward by Carlo Carlson, trying to deliver a through pass. Some collision there between the center forward, the number 29 for FA Euro New York, Nikita Martinchuk, as well as the center back, as FA Euro New York keeps the ball alive inside the penalty area. Eventually it's prodded out, and this will be the first corner kick of the game. The last to get contact, I believe, was Carlos Ortiz, as Kevin Serrano tries closing down that corner kick angle before he aligns himself toward the near post. Served once more toward the far post, connecting with Nikita Martinchuk. Ball is still live before it's cleared away. Speaking of which, bouncing off the head of Hasbi. Second chance cut short for FA Euro New York, though they do win the throw in, the Brooklynites. Speaking of which, their roster will consist of the following players. With the number 1 is Denny Morinigo, as he says, Arce. So Denny Morinigo Arce, who, speaking of which, has the ball right at his feet, the goalkeeper in aqua blue. Carlo Carlson today wears the number 16. Ozodbek Shodmonkulov wears the number 55. Daniel Lopez wears the number 13. Ethan Halpert with the number 17. Brian Puleo with the number 23. Dennis Amador with the number 25. Nikita Martinchuk wears the number 29. The number 33 belongs to Vinny Lasso. Antonio Galina wears the number 41, as that ball likewise goes out of play, albeit for a corner kick. Ryan Hasby wears the number 47. Arsen Tatarin dons the number 67. Ronnie Campech wears the number 91. Agustin Garcia Perez wears the number 22. And the number 34 is donned by Nikita Lysenko. Likewise, Cayetano Machota wears the number 15. Inward swinger toward the first post, makes its way past the goalkeeper. No contact there from the player wearing aqua blue. It will be a goal kick for FA Euro New York. as Downtown United Soccer Club was threatening the back line, though steering the ball out of harm's way is Brian Puleo, as Puleo and company are able to win a throw-in. Along the FA Euro New York left-hand side, still wrestling for the ball are the Brooklynites before Carlo Carlson delivers it, I believe, toward Vinny Lasso. Or pardon me, I believe that was Amador. As now the goalkeeper finds himself almost in no man's land. However, it's quick recovery from Tristan Merino, as there's an FA Euro New York player down on the ground. Currently, the FA Euro New York player down on the ground was Ozodbek Shodmonkulov, wearing the number 55 in today's fixture. Taking the throw-in, however, is Arshan Shah. Cleared away by the head of a defender, more specifically that of Antonio Galina. Downtown United Soccer Club controlling the ball for now in the neutral third. Poked from behind, Adam Pejsenovic has his pocket picked only momentarily as Arshan Shah, the intended recipient, unable to fully corral it. It will be a throw-in for FA Euro New York. Practically hugging the touchline. Steered by the heel of Ozodbek Shodmonkulov. It's Downtown United Soccer Club relying on the footwork of Carlos Ortiz toward the right wing. Maybe a goal-scoring chance denied for now by FA Euro New York. A somewhat physical affair that at the end, Ryan Hasby emerges victorious. FA Euro New York not trying to concede the first. Within these first minutes of the game, cross toward the near post, one that Denny Morinigo Arce can control. It is currently 34 degrees Fahrenheit here in this part of Brooklyn, with some relatively sunny conditions. Not too much wind either. 5-mile-per-hour winds, 8-mile-per-hour gusts. Hardly obvious, hardly evident here in Brooklyn, New York, as FA Euro New York is brought down. The referee, I believe, pointed to the penalty spot. So what a way to really start these initial 7 minutes of this game. It's FA Euro New York that draws arguably the best goal-scoring chance so far via a penalty kick, as the winger was brought down just on the edge, the left-hand side more accurately, of the penalty area. It was a late challenge, and now FA Euro New York looks to convert and is denied by the goalkeeper not once but twice. Trying to make the goalkeeper look foolish, but at the end, it's an astounding double save. Staying firm on his goal line, not falling for the chip. He was likewise able to swat it away. Second chance! Goal! FA Euro New York! Penalty didn't work the first time. However, the subsequent cross was never too far away. It's FA Euro New York that buries it with a ton of conviction. It's 1-0 in favor of the players in white. Again, let's recall that FA Euro New York has been the only team to give Downtown United Soccer Club its only non-win result of the season. And right now it's 1-0 in favor of the Brooklynite side. Downtown United Soccer Club, not too far away from a response. As that ball goes out for a throw-in. The players in dark blue looking to reply. Ambitious cross. That's easily dealt with by Ethan Halpert. Downtown United Soccer Club. Shoved off the ball is Owen Agan. Surprised the referee allowed for such a physical display, as the assistant referee had immediately raised his flag for offside. Hard to argue against that call when the assistant referee had already waved that banner ages ago. Just a little late to the whistle was the referee. Nothing immensely game-changing, however. It would have been a 1-on-3, if not 1-on-2 at best, counterattack. So who would have thought that FAU New York, within these opening 8 minutes, gets the 1-0 advantage against the outright offensively most efficient team in the CJSL U19 division? As Owen Egan steers it just outside the 18-yard box, crossing it with his right foot toward that right-hand side. Downtown United Soccer Club, quick passes inside the penalty area, dancing, shooting as Egan, and at the end it ends up in the gloves of Morinigo Arce. Maybe just one too many touches, though one does have to admire the quick distributions inside the opposition's penalty area, practically invading the 18-yard box and letting the neighbors know that they are not welcome. Downtown United Soccer Club, currently at the feet of Luke Bijarini. It's still with Dusk inside the penalty area, chipped past Bijarini. Second chance for Egan, bouncing off the heel, I believe, of a defender, and ricocheting as well off the face of Egan, who's currently down on the ground. As now the referee does call for the training staff, and one can only hope that it's nothing too dire. Just a nature of the game moment, as Egan had loaded up a cannon, and at the end it had bounced off the face of a center back. As Egan is helped up onto his 2 feet. Well, the good news is, for now, from what we were able to see here, there is no blood coming out of his nose nor mouth. And hopefully it does stay that way. Though one cannot deny the fact that Egan appears to be very dazed. That was a monstrous hit he took to the face. As head coach of Downtown United Soccer Club, Werner Dasbach, helps him off the field. And hopefully we could see Egan resume his game, as he was already a vital asset along the left wing, often overlapping with the likes of Ray Sullivan, as well as Luke Bijarini. As Downtown United Soccer Club has won itself a free kick exactly 41 yards away from goal, nearly connecting with the head, I believe, of Ari Green, who has entered for Egan, if I'm not mistaken. Downtown United Soccer Club. It's Ari Green who's in the driver's seat once more. Green, cutting it toward the right wing. The winning the duel is Hasbi. Likewise, he wins the throw-in, forcing his opponent into the last touch with that tackle. As Brian Puleo, using his right foot to boot it out of harm's way, chasing it down and merely providing the extra defense is Shah. Threatening that back line for a moment was Ozodbek Shodmonkulov. Merino trusting the footwork of Mejia. The goalkeeper wearing a neon green, accompanied by blue shorts and blue socks. In the midfield area, where Nikita Lysenko is threatening the likes of Adem Bejsenovic. Carlos Ortiz, driving it past the halfway line, has Kevin Serrano playing it over toward Bejsenovic. Bejsenovic toward the left-hand side, where Sullivan is waiting, just outside the penalty area. He now enters with a Ronaldo-like chop, playing it toward the edge of the paint to 18-yard box, and at the end it's Mejia who gets one hand to it. Great save, great shot, great sequence as a whole. Sullivan with an excellent pass toward Pejsenovic, who took his chances with, pardon me, Denny Morinigo Arce, not Mejia. As Downtown United Soccer Club puts that ball right back into circulation in the air, almost by the halfway line. Ryan Hasby still continues to fight for the ball, and the referee deems it as a foul against FA Euro New York. Downtown United Soccer Club trying to take advantage quickly as Bijarini, one step over, with a couple of feints and a couple of extra steps, takes a shot with his left foot. Was unable to place it on target, but that was the right decision to make. Had he waited for reinforcement, for the cavalry, it would have taken up way too much time, and it would have allowed the backline to easily recollect itself. As now Mejia is needed, not to be confused with Morinigo Arce. A spiraling throw taken by FA Euro New York. As ball is still live here, still with Shodmonkulov toward Amador. Amador still inside the 18-yard box. Martinchuk was threatening the back line for a moment. Puleo winning the ball with his right shoulder. And somehow the Brooklynites retain possession. Or perhaps that was the prime case of a commentator's jinx, as Downtown United Soccer Club was able to take it away immediately afterward. As Adam Pejsenovic stripped off the ball for now, as Denny Morinigo Arce receives the pass inside his own 18-yard box. A calm and cool grounded distribution effort makes its way toward the left-hand side, as Carlo Carlson plays it toward Nikita Lysenko. Back to Carlson. Carlo. Oh, that's a beauty of a pass. He's deemed offside. Tough decision there. And even tougher luck for the left winger. As Tatarin, Arsene Tatarin, backtracking. So is Bijarini. As Bijarini has to play it toward the right wing. Still with Downtown United Soccer Club. And that's a wise decision to win the corner kick. Not too many options, or viable ones, aside from Ray Sullivan, who was left nearly unmarked toward the second post. As now Downtown United Soccer Club has an inward swinger of a corner kick toward the far post. Ray Sullivan this time looked for a response, was unable to place it on target, and that ball has exited the venue. A very crisp cross from Downtown United Soccer Club. Just a shame that Sullivan wasn't able to truly test the goalkeeper there. He had done the hard part of winning the duel against his marker, was just missing that final blow to equalize the scoreline here, as it reads 1-0 in favor of FA Euro New York. Downtown United Soccer Club. As Ari Green helped with that defensive effort, it's toward the right wing now. Still with the players in navy blue. Ball is dropped back for Serrano. And here comes FA Euro New York with a counterattack of its own, using the outside part of the foot is Amador. Still with FA Euro New York, forcing the goalkeeper Mejia into an uncomfortable spot with Martinchuk. Martinchuk cutting it inward, and at the end it's Downtown United Soccer Club that remains steadfast. Pejsenovic makes his way past the halfway line, now past the 30-yard line. Pejsenovic toward the left wing and went. Not on the same page was Sullivan, I believe. Hoping for a pass more inward. Had this been American football, one would call that a back shoulder pass, practically toward the exterior of where Ray Sullivan was standing. As with an excellent switch play is Shaw. Quick feet from Ari Green, wasting no time, connecting with Bijarini. Inside the 18-yard box it goes. Quick shot, blocked for now by Senovic, taking his chances. As there's still a tussle for the ball, no clear victor. As Serrano received the shove in the back. Referee deemed it legal, deemed it all fair. As Amador plays it toward Martinchuk. Martinchuk telling Shadmonkulov to move farther and farther up in the field. He has to make sure he's onside. Shadmonkulov clearly onside. Has to duel now with Shah. Shah making sure Shadmonkulov is as uncomfortable as possible. As Nikita Lysenko might have been offside. It was either him or Daniel Lopez. Mejia wasting no time with the free kick. Still tons of time left, of course, in this first half. FAO New York, despite failing to convert a penalty initially, just seconds later, from a subsequent cross, was able to blast it toward the far post, toward the bottom corner more accurately, of Mejia's left-hand side to make it 1-0. And of course, today's Game and Frame broadcast has been brought to you by Salt Athletic. Salt Athletic has made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag to save athletes as well as their nearest and dearest from smelly footwear after the game. The Aircase blocks smell using antimicrobial technology that makes for odor-free car rides and houses. Learn more about Aircase and place your order by clicking the link below. Keep it fresh. Likewise, a special hello to those who are not only watching us right here on GameandFrame.com, but also on YouTube. So special hello there as Lysenko plays it quickly toward Brian Puleo. On the same page, just not well executed at the end. Maybe a little too planted with his cleats in this artificial ground. That was Ryan Hasby. Downtown United Soccer Club. Playing it toward Ari Green. Toward the back line. Asking for the pass is Shaw. But it's still with the center half, who is maybe hearing the footsteps of Amador. Carlo Carlson. As Carlo entrusts Denny Morinigo Arce with the ball at his feet. Starting to feel slightly chilly here, though nothing too detrimental. Still above technically the freezing point here at 34 degrees Fahrenheit, but things are starting to heat up here, perhaps for Downtown United Soccer Club. Inching closer and closer toward Morinigo Arce's goal itself. Perhaps the Navy Blue team's best chance so far of this early afternoon had been that corner kick that had connected with Ray Sullivan, who was unable to place it on target. Martinchuk testing the speed of Julius Pomales. As Julius was forced into retreating, Serrano helps with the defensive effort. Pejsenovic takes it away. Pejsenovic has Puleo in a one-on-one. Instead decides to play it toward the right wing with Viverberg. Bijarini. As Luke Bijarini playing it toward Ari Green. Cleared away for now, second chance for Carlos Ortiz and company. And Carlos Ortiz, you could tell right there by the body language, had not hit it exactly the way he wanted. Instead of a sharp dagger toward Denny Morinigo Arce, it turned into a curling racket toward the right-hand side. Carlo Carlson evades one before playing it toward Puleo. Puleo, lovely pass aimed for Hasbi, who according to the assistant referee was offside.
When they kick the ball,
So Owen Egan re-enters the game. Exiting, I believe, was Clyde Condos. That is, in fact, the number 28, Clyde Condos. Downtown United Soccer Club restarting the game here. Egan with his first touch since that substitution, and it's good to see that he's back on the field, back in action. Was quite lethal on the left-hand side, especially when he was inching toward the penalty area. And now Amador forcing Mejia into exiting his 18-yard box, sweeper keeping at its finest. Ball is still live, however, before it trickles out of bounds. Throw in for Downtown United Soccer Club. Of course, make sure to catch the latest matches before the winter break right here on Game in Frame. Later today at 6 p.m., Hoboken FC has a chance to be amongst the Eastern Premier Soccer League's Metropolitan Conference top 4, but Kid Super Samba AC is looking for all 3 points to maybe break into the top 6 of that same conference. EPSL action continues tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. in a mid-table Metropolitan Conference tussle between neighbors in points. 6th place New York Athletic Club and 7th place Central Park Rangers FC. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., we also take a Cosmopolitan Soccer League Division 1 pit stop, where the supreme defense of Polonia SC throws down the gauntlet to New York Ukrainians, whose offense ranks second best. Before we can continue, it's Puleo, who attempts to threaten the left-hand side with Martinchuk, cleared away by Downtown United Soccer Club, specifically from Serrano. And finally, we return to the EPSL tomorrow at 6 p.m., this time in the Delaware River Conference, where 5th place Real Central New Jersey questions the pack leader, Alloy Soccer Club. All these matches will be broadcast exclusively here on Game in Frame, your home for grassroots soccer. Arsen Tatarin intercepting that through pass, dropping it all the way back for the Aqua Blue goalkeeper, who stabs that ball right at its heart, clearing it away, clearing it past the halfway line. Not the best touch perhaps from Carlos Ortiz. It almost turns into a giveaway for Amador and Lysenko. Just soars over the head of Puleo, who might have been using Egan as leverage. Lysenko. That's a gorgeous through pass, assuming that Shormonkulov could keep it live, but it goes beyond the boundary. It will be a goal kick. Fantastic idea from FA Euro New York. As we have now approached the 27th minute here. Scoreline has remained the same since circa the 8th minute. Throw in now for FA Euro New York, who is in no hurry to look for that second goal. Again, the winner of this game wins the league itself of the fall 2024 season. That being said, a draw would ultimately favor Downtown United Soccer Club, given its 13-point tally and FA Euro New York's 10-point tally. It's Arsen Tatarin who strongly challenges for that ball, but maybe at the cost of his own physicality, as he's down on the ground, holding his left knee. Likewise, Adam Pejsenovic is slow to get up. I could only imagine that in the ensuing collision, it was the landing of Pejsenovic upon Arsen Tatarin's left leg that might have caused the discomfort we're seeing now. As Tatarin is still on the ground, the referee has paused the game, and finally the training staff as well, right on the field. And hopefully Tatarin is all right. A rock-solid defender. that this CJSL side desperately needs. Always playing as the second to last line of defense, in other words, as a sweeper, compared to Carlo Carlson's stopper-like role. At least that's what we've seen so far in this first half, as Taterin exits the game on his own accord and power, albeit with a very slight limp, as Lysenko, playing it toward the central part of the neutral third, as Mejia once more on sweeper keeping duty, has to shield that ball away by Martinchuk. Now the assistant referee has an important decision to make here. Really hard to tell if it was Martinchuk who last touched it or Mejia, but the assistant referee has indicated for a goal kick. Again, I am Sean Cabrera. Behind the camera is Marlon Diaz. And we both thank you for tuning into this transmission of the Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League right here on Game in Frame, where FA Euro currently has a 1-0 advantage. Egan and company looking to reply. It's Deacon Diggs. Deacon, one step over, evades two at the same time, crossing it. Oh, how has that one not end up in the back of the net? Deacon Diggs with some phenomenal dribbling. All it needed was a delicate touch, and that it did get, but way off the mark. And that's something that Dusk will certainly want back. As this ball will go beyond the reach of Denny. No substitutions for now. Thought we were going to see a player change. Although FA Euro New York taking its time here, Carlo Carlson poking it toward a teammate for that throw-in, specifically toward Daniel Lopez. That one soaring over the head of Shodmonkulov, as Downtown United Soccer Club has won itself a throw-in without a need to touch the ball itself. It's Merino who attempts to switch the play, wins another throw-in instead. Martinchuk has Serrano marking him closely, and Serrano does his job, preventing any sort of counterattack from fully being fruitful. And not once but twice, Serrano once more with a block that nearly turns into a through pass. It's Egan who delivers a strong right shoulder. Egan toward Merino. Quick 1-2s from everybody. Last touching Carlos Ortiz. And here comes Bijarini, who for now has had the best goal-scoring chance for Downtown United Soccer Club after receiving the pass from Deacon Diggs. Bijarini maybe looking for some redemption, although he'll have to wait just a little bit longer as Lysenko. Towards Shodmonkulov, Carlo Carlson, the right center half for FA Euro today, prancing around his nearest marker in the form of Bijarini. Shodmonkulov. FA Euro New York still in the driver's seat in terms of scoreline and possession at this moment. Lobbed pass toward the left wing. And that is really close to call once more. That might have been Brian Puleo trying to plead his case. Pardon me, not Brian Puleo. Maybe Lasso. Still hard to confirm for now. And it was neither. It was Agustin Garcia Perez who was on the left wing. 22, not to be confused with 33. As Puleo delivers a strong right foot to win back the ball. In that little physical contest, Carlo Carlson has his pass intercepted. Puleo with a sliding tackle. To slow down Dusk just a tad, Serrano toward Deacon. who without a touch wins a throw-in for his side. Taken quickly toward Bijarini. Bijarini connecting with Egan. Egan unable to pull the trigger with his left foot. Here comes Downtown United Soccer Club. Initial block, second chance toward the far post. However, the referee has already deemed it a dead ball. It appears that it had bounced off the hand of perhaps Shah. Well, one has to keep an eye out for Egan in this game so far. He keeps finding himself in the right spot at the right time. But it always takes two to block him as Mejia forced into sweeper keeping once more. And I think he does in fact do just enough to not only win that duel, but to also win the goal kick. That's some gutsy goalkeeping from Logan Mejia. Egan challenging Lysenko as Lysenko drops it back for Carlo Carlson. Filling in for now for Arsene Tatarin is, I believe, the number 15 for today, Cayetano Machota. FAO New York evading Egan's challenge. Puleo wasting no time using his right foot. Daniel Lopez. Lopez, some fancy footwork from Lysenko, bouncing off the torso of a Dusk defender. And Nikita Lysenko with a mini sombrero flick. It's with Puleo. Puleo, left-footed drive toward Martinchuk. Martinchuk, Mejia! Mejia with a fantastic save. Well, Mejia's sweeper keeping style, one that futsal admirers would absolutely respect, has now maybe turned into a counterattack for Dusk. Although not for long, as Egan has his pocket picked, I believe by Machota. Martinchuk, that's a sliding challenge from behind Serrano. Bit of a rash decision from the number 90, who has otherwise had a near immaculate day despite the scoreline. In terms of individual stats, Serrano certainly leads the team when it comes to tackles in this game, let alone successful ones. And we are seeing some personnel changes here. One of them for Downtown United Soccer Club includes Basiru Koulibaly. This one for FA Euro New York, cleared away at the very last second. Some players on the bench with hands on their heads, thinking that it was a truly viable opportunity. Throw in once more for FA Euro New York, who are under 8 minutes away from the halftime whistle. There will likewise be another change here in this game, one for FA Euro New York. FA Euro. Now with the substitution, it's Martinchuk who comes off the field. Entering for him is Vini Lasso. So Lasso enters the game. Currently with Ozodbek Shodmonkulov. Puleo gets away from two. Puleo still wins back the ball. Puleo still in the driver's seat. Puleo! Mejia denies him! A cannon at point blank range that Mejia had to take away, had to parry it. Some fortunate touches for FA Euro New York. It was Puleo who likewise pulled the trigger from the edge of the 18-yard box. Lysenko inadvertently receiving the cross toward the far post, aiming it toward Carlo Carlson, who is well known for his headers and his aerial expertise. As now FA Euro New York has to endure this counterattack. It's even 3-on-3. Now maybe was able to escape one challenge, but ultimately gives away the ball. Lasso. A little bit sloppy there as Sullivan returns the favor. Merino. Pardon me, that's not Merino, that's Arshin Shah. Julius Pomales. Julius toward Agan. Delicate chip toward Deacon. Diggs. Deacon Diggs still wrestling for the ball. All in vain, however. It's a goal kick for FA Euro New York, who so far has had two fantastic opportunities to add on to the lead as Mejia clears that ball away, connecting with Neil Viverberg. Viverberg, not needed in that case. It was Tristan Merino who was able to get to the ball first, as Agan, once more proving himself to be the mastermind of the midfield for Downtown United Soccer Club in this match. Maybe with an assist here, toward the far post, and nearly so. Great link-up play between Ari Green as well as Owen Agan. Agan nearly registering himself an assist. Ari Green nearly finding himself an equalizer here. Yet it's remained the same since the 8th minute approximately. Well, one thing's for certain, this has been far from a one-sided affair. It's been neck and neck, tu a tu, as some would also say, as Shadmonkulov, with one step over, delays his counterattack just enough on the wide right-hand side to win his team a corner kick. Let's recall this is how they indirectly scored, as Carlo Carlson is certainly the target man. Two Titans inside the 18-yard box, marked by Koulibaly! Carlo winning his mark, winning the header, just unable to add on to that 1-0 lead. As you could arguably perhaps hear the shout from coach Werner Dasbach telling Koulibaly to mark Carlo a lot more tightly. Oh, that's a giveaway on the edge of the 18-yard box! Goal for FA Euro New York! Making it 2-0. Well, you can't deny the fact that the Brooklynites have been knocking on that door. Mejia with fantastic saves already, unable to prevent that one from making its way toward the far post. As for now, FA Euro New York has a 2-0 advantage. Under 3 minutes away from the halftime whistle, assuming there is no additional time here. Though we'll surely see at least 1 or 2 more minutes of stoppage. And one also has to realize that Downtown United Soccer Club has also had excellent opportunities, as Agan engineering something, crafting it together. Agan putting it on his right foot. Well, he's been driving it forward. Right now, his style of play is almost reminiscent of last season's Jude Bellingham. Practically everywhere, all at once, all at the same time, always in the right spot. And even piecing things together, not a mere finisher. That being said, it's still 2-0. Downtown United Soccer Club, of course, has no clean sheets this season, which is also something to think about. Offense has been their outright best weapon, as now Morinigo Arce has the ball at his feet. In fact, Downtown United Soccer Club began its campaign with a 5-3 win versus Gotham Manhattan FC. Then followed that result with a 3-3 tie at FA Euro New York. Was able to find its second win of the season with an 8-2 victory at New York Titans FC. Followed that one up with the biggest win when we're talking about margin of victory in the CJSL U19 division this season, with a 12-2 win versus Chernomorets Black Sea, and is most recently coming back from a 6-3 victory at New York Braveheart Soccer Club. Again, Downtown United Soccer Club is the only team with a positive double-digit goal difference. And before this game, it was plus 21. Right now, it's plus 19. But tiebreaker rules only favor goal differential after head-to-head results. And at this moment, it would be FA Euro New York, assuming the scoreline remains the same. And even then, FA Euro New York has a goal difference of -3. Mostly because of a 9-1 defeat to Chernomorets Black Sea. In fact, it's the only top four side with a negative goal differential. So if we're speaking purely about numbers here, this perhaps has not been the anticipated result, but it still delivered us an excellent game thus far as Egan has the ball stripped away from him by Puleo. Puleo, who was last seen taking a shot on target that required a marvelous Mejia save, and Daniel Lopez unable to take the ball away from Weverberg. Weverberg backtracking. In fact, now the entire back line is backtracking. Shadmonkulov toward Puleo. Puleo, left-footed lob. That's an excellent pass. Still with FA Euro New York, on the edge of the 18-yard box, makes its way inside! Goal! FA Euro New York with a stroke of luck. Mejia was heading the right way, but it's an unfortunate ricochet that makes it 3-0. Well, my oh my, 3-0 is the scoreline here as we approach the halftime whistle itself. And in fact, that will be the final touch of the ball here. Some things need to be tweaked for Downtown United Soccer Club. Likewise, FA Euro New York has to keep the pedal to the metal. However, of course, we'll go over all that during the halftime analysis. And after the first 45 minutes, the scoreline for now reads FA Euro New York 3, Downtown United Soccer Club 0. Stay tuned as we present the fresh plays of the month, some behind-the-scenes footage, halftime analysis, and of course, the second half itself. This is the U19 CJSL on Game in Frame.
Ruiz. Pass has had a lovely touch around the corner, and Joe Holland is away from Riordan. Tristan in the middle. Joe Holland didn't need him. Tucked home. And it's Holland's 5th goal in 3 PSL games. He is irresistible at the moment. If he misses this, Renegades are very nearly home. Edwards saves it! The fairy tale is within Renegade's grasp.
He spins very well, once, not once, but twice. Oliveira going long to Gonzalez, is 1-on-2. Goalkeeper doesn't come. Gonzalez trying to chip over the top. He's got it from 30 yards out. Gonzalez gives Ironman a 1-0 lead in the UPSL Premier quarterfinal. Yingling for Enzo Petrocelli.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
That's a good bit of footwork there by Spalding. It's gone for a spaceship shot! It's magnificent by Spalding!
Yeah, no, I'm gonna come up on it. So then go. Hello everyone, welcome to the Game and Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt, and we're at St. John's Stadium. It's gonna be Spencer Burkhart over the wall. Brilliant! Hoboken level it up. He's gone down. Penalty Pan-Cyprians. Joe Holland beats Borte and re-establishes the lead for the Pan-Cyprian Freedoms.
Joe, congratulations on the hat-trick. Great seeing you.
As a player, I was looking to just have
Well guys, that just about does it for us at St. John's. The Pan-Cyprian Freedoms going top of the EPSR Metropolitan table tonight. 4-2 winners over Hoboken.
Minutes left as Owen Egan has Puleo marking him tightly. Bijarini being directed by Egan as to whom he should pass. As with a left center half, making its way once more inside the 18-yard box. It was Neil Beaverberg who was unable to put it into the back of the net despite that half spin. Merino back to Mejia, who has really been a strong factor in this game. Speaking of which, receives a shoulder from Vinny Lasso. So perhaps let's start first with the team that has the 3-0 deficit right in front of them. Let's talk about Downtown United Soccer Club. Again, the scoreline does not display the competitiveness that has been truly exhibited throughout this match, as that flag is raised for offside. That one quite stunned me, to be honest. I thought he made his mark right on cue, but regardless, Downtown United Soccer Club has had its number of chances, and let's say good chances as well. Whether you want to talk about the Ray Sullivan finish or attempt at a finish from the corner kick. Or if you want to talk about it as well, Bijarini's shot toward the far post after Deacon Diggs had beaten two defenders simultaneously. Dusk has had its chances, very fair ones at that, but one thing has been missing. It's been the killing blow. So in order for Dusk to leave this place with what would be a miraculous tie, let alone a miraculous win, Downtown United Soccer Club needs to finish the chances it creates as a squad as a whole. As Mejia allows his defender to do his work, specifically Julius Pomales. Still with FA New York, looking for the fourth, toward the far post! It was swerving down. Very deceptively, Mejia did just enough. I think with the bottom hand, let alone bottom pinky, FA New York to make it 4, denied at the near post for now. Thinking about the acrobatic effort was Lasso toward the far post once more, and it goes out of play. Well, it's just quick action from FA New York, which will also play a role in its second half key. But of course, to summarize for Dusk, the team must finish the chances it creates as Puleo decided to go for a 30-plus yard effort. One with his left foot aimed toward the far post, though it swerved wide. Downtown United Soccer Club has played excellently in the neutral third, as well as the final third. All that the team in blue is missing is that coup de grace. Meanwhile, for FA Euro New York, the Brooklyn Knights have a 3-0 advantage in stunning fashion as well. However, one must realize that nearly all their goal-scoring opportunities, let alone all those goals, have indirectly come as a result of counterattacks. FA Euro New York has been unstoppable on those counter-strikes. And of course, one would have to think or assume that FA New York must continue this, especially with Dusk's all-out approach in the second half. And I'd be inclined to say that that would be the correct mentality. However, one must also realize it's a 3-0 advantage. At this rate, you have to question the philosophy as to whether you want to add on to the tally or defend your lead. I'd argue that most coaches would defend the lead, but we'll see how FA New York approaches the second half as the seconds tick by. Puleo winning the duel with Egan. Those two have been a very interesting matchup all afternoon. It's practically like watching a prime Casemiro taking on a fresh Xavi back in the day, or more accurately, I should say, Iniesta. Regardless, always fun to watch those two so far in this game. Egan always sewing plays together with quick link-ups. Meanwhile, Puleo always acting as a brick wall, unafraid of taking his chances as well. The perfect foil to one another, always bound for some interesting duels, as once more Puleo poking the ball away from Egan's grasp, and only just. Puleo turning that into a pass aimed for Agustin Garcia Perez, who already has 1 goal in this game. In fact, he had scored the second. Agustin playing it toward Martinchuk. Martinchuk to Amador. Amador, Lysenko. It's with Puleo, who has Egan marking him tightly. Puleo evades one challenge, that of Egan, but not the follow-up. It's Deacon Diggs. No flag from the assistant referee to deny him, and Deacon Diggs, that's a very clean challenge. A crisp one from Hasbi. And that ball receives the slightest nick. Ethan Halpert looking to drive it centrally, perhaps toward Amador, if not Martinchuk on the right-hand side. But the goal scorer of the third goal denied an accurate distribution percentage. Halpert. Right-footed lob toward Martinchuk, who has sufficient space with one drag over, uses his right foot toward Lysenko, chipped it over one defender, Lysenko! Looking for a highlight-worthy play. And although I'm sure it would make it, it's a shame it doesn't end up as a 4-0 result. So again, as aforementioned, the keys here to the second half are as follows for Downtown United Soccer Club. It's to finish those chances that have been created. Too many chances have been wasted, and now with 45 minutes or under 45 minutes left, one has to add on to the tally. Again, Dusk needs a draw at least, or 1 point in other words, to secure the CJSL title for the 2024 fall season. Meanwhile, FA Euro New York can approach this game in either two manners. One, to look for that 4-0 result, to truly mark this one with conviction, or to outright defend this 3-goal lead. Though at the moment it appears to be the former. Amalor and company keep knocking on the door. Likewise, FA Euro New York has capitalized on various counter-attacking scenarios. So do expect to see more of those. Speaking of which, Martinchuk chasing down the ball. Mejia recovers. Mejia launching it with his right hand. Bijarini. Deacon Diggs. Good pass toward Bijarini. Bijarini back to Diggs. Right-footed control, left-footed step over, another left-footed step over, crossing it with the right foot, denied by the sliding Carlo Carlson. Giving it all that he's got. And I believe we are seeing a personnel change. So for now, Agustin Garcia Perez exits. And I believe Campeche enters. Here comes Owen Egan! Goal! Owen Egan for Downtown United Soccer Club. Dusk won't be shut out. Only a 2-goal deficit now to surmount. And no time to celebrate either. It's 3-1. And we did talk about Owen Egan, how he will be a key factor for this game, and he etches his own name into the scoreboard. Koulibaly toward Mejia. It's only a 2-goal difference now. And with that goal, FA Euro New York is mathematically back into the negative goal differential side. With that 3-0 lead, it was at exactly 0. Now it's back to -1. Still an improvement from -3. Lysenko marking Owen Egan. Egan to Ray Sullivan. Egan cutting it inward. Bijarini, who surely had the best chance of the afternoon. Bijarini making his way past 2-3. Bijarini finally stripped off the ball. Campeche unable to keep it in play. Again, the first goal of this game was scored by Carlo Carlson. The second one scored by Agustin Garcia Perez. And the penultimate goal in this game as a whole was scored by Ethan Halpert. However, it was Owen Egan that made it 3-1 as Dusk continues to threaten the back line. Koulibaly playing it toward the left-hand side as now Denny Morinigo Arce can recover the ball. And Martinchuk collides into Neo Viverberg. Though it's Viverberg who remains standing. And you are watching the U19 CJSL. As Bijarini. That's a lovely pass toward Deacon Diggs. Deacon. Fakes the first cross, Deacon. Pushing it now with the right foot. Deacon, left-footed pass. Carlo Carlson interfering. Lysenko. To Puleo. Campeche. Campeche unable to turn on the afterburners after seeing how Merino was able to control. Mejia. Amador might have gotten a shin pad to it, but it doesn't matter as Viverberg still lobs it forward. But it'll take something special to beat Carlo Carlson and company. As Ray Sullivan plays it toward Shaw. As he's declared offside once more. Really tight. Really, really close, in fact. Practically millimetric. And there is one change in personnel here. Challenge. Convincing from Julius Pomales. As I believe it's Campeche down on the ground, receiving some aid from Amador. And there will be an unofficial pause here for Campeche. As Campeche catches his breath again. That was a very crunching challenge from Pomales. Well, he's right back up onto his own 2 feet. All is fair in love and war. As, of course, with Pomales getting the ball first. Throw in to be taken by FA Euro New York by the halfway line, 5 yards behind it, in fact. Bijarini helping Carlos Ortiz and co. into winning back the ball. Egan with a desperate pass, hoping that Bijarini could backdrop. Not enough, however. Mejia stopping it first with the foot before picking it up with his own 2 hands, rolling it out toward Koulibaly. It's now with Viverberg, being marked by Lysenko to Owen Egan. Bijarini. Bijarini to Viverberg. One step over on display along the left wing. Koulibaly, a little too ambitious. As head coach of Downtown United Soccer Club, Werner Dasbach, emphasizes the amount of time remaining, which is right now under a half hour. Still 3-1 in favor of FA Euro New York, but anything is possible, as said in the introduction of this broadcast. Still anyone's game, still anyone's league. FA Euro New York, somehow onside. That one looked a little tight to me as well. Referee kept the flag down, however, as Hasbi ends up conceding the throw-in. As now there will be a throw-in for FA Euro New York. Weather is still the same here in this part of Brooklyn, New York. 34 degrees Fahrenheit with little to no winds. Winds of 5 miles per hour, gusts of only up to 8. Hardly enough to change the game as Owen Egan was able to slip by Puleo. Bijarini looking to capitalize on that error. FA Euro New York in danger. Half roulette spin. Coming from Ray Sullivan, who might have been brought down only slightly, recovers his balance. Sullivan still with Dusk inside the penalty area. Referee never going to blow the whistle there for a penalty. In fact, that's how this game perhaps should have started in terms of scoring. I believe it was Amador who tried to chip it past Mejia, who then with one hand was able to deny the opposition, not once but twice in a double save sequence. However, just seconds later, It resulted in a cross that Carlos Carlson, in an indirect fashion, was able to blast past Mejia toward the bottom corner of the far post. Campeche, now to Amador, who wins his duel perhaps with Koulibaly, as Mejia once more keeping the ball alive and keeping it all to himself. Claws, palm, and all. Viverberg to Koulibaly. Bijarini to Ortiz. Ortiz. Owen Egan has Lysenko marking him, giving him enough space so that Puleo could also threaten the number 14 of Downtown United Soccer Club. Egan asking for the pass from Bijarini. His wish is granted. As Viverberg cuts it inward with his left foot centrally, back to Egan. Owen. Aim toward Bijarini. Good interference from Puleo. Those two have been at each other's throats. Of course, from the soccer standpoint, those two have displayed good sportsmanship thus far. In fact, Puleo, concerned that Amador is still down on the ground. Amador slow to get up with Hasbi. Hasbi receiving once more another crunching challenge from Pomales. As Puleo, I believe, was shouting some advice at his teammates, as Amador is back on his own 2 feet. Deacon Diggs has been replaced for now alongside a teammate, one that we will confirm shortly. Entering the game, however, is Clyde Condos. Arshan Shah has been the player replaced. Owen Egan squeezes past two. Egan along the left wing has Puleo chasing right behind him. Egan crossing it, dealt with by FA Euro New York. Lysenko driving it backwards. Carlos Carlson, who scored that first goal. In a thunderous effort, it's Campeche with the half spin. Pass, Pomales is with Hasbi. Hasbi looking for some reinforcement. Still with Hasbi! Brought down maybe right from behind. And it's a great challenge once more from Pomales. Well, this has been his second half without a doubt. All 3 goals for FA Euro New York came in the first half. Of course, here in the second half, the sole goal had been scored by Owen Egan, as Bijarini is replaced. Confirming shortly who that may be. And that ball is going out of play and maybe toward us at the end, as both Marlon and myself do just enough to tip that ball right above our equipment here. A double goalkeeping save here from our part on game in frame. Quite literally putting the game in frame right here, nearly hitting our equipment. Still FA Euro New York. Oh, Lysenko with a very smart drop back. Dropping the shoulder one way, going the other. Carlo almost repeating the same feat, albeit with a half pirouette. And Hasbi was the intended recipient. Fabulous idea. Not much you can do about those. Puleo controlling with the head. Puleo, left-footed dribble. Oh, and Bana's his man. You have to be at the top of your game. You have to be ice cool to do something like that. Puleo accomplishing just that. A shame that he wasn't able to continue his dribble, claiming that he had received some interference, and it would have been a justifiable cry for justice from Puleo. But the ball still in play. And Campeche commits the foul against Pomales, as the two recognize one another, and a good sign of sportsmanship. Pomales toward Puleo's head, as he squeezes past to Amador, is offside. Now, some players are complaining about that. However, not hearing too many shouts. Mostly from the spectators here, not really from the FA Euro bench, who appear to agree with the arbitrator's decision. Ortiz putting this ball into circulation, bouncing off the head of Ray Sullivan, knocking it backwards. Owen Egan blocking Lopez's clearance. Egan slips past two. Egan one step over with the left foot, dribbling with the right, and eventually doing just enough to get the ball away from Egan is Carlo Carlson. It's Koulibaly. Koulibaly steering it toward Merino. Pomales. Smart active improvisation, even smarter dribble. And he does just enough to win the throw in there. Good hustle from Dusk's number 15 today. As one of the latest entries here for Downtown United Soccer Club in this second half, wasn't able to do much with his touches. That was Clyde Condos. Here comes FA Euro New York as Amador plays it toward Lysenko Koulibaly, using his physicality to his advantage to win back that ball. As Denny Mourinho Arce rolls it outward. I keep saying Mourinho. He actually prefers Mourinho, according to what he had told me. So Mourinho Arce. Lysenko has Lopez on the right-hand side, but instead goes for an even more ambitious effort in the form of Shodmonkulov, as Ozodbek was unable to keep it alive. He had the speed, was just missing that touch at the end. So stamina burnt in vain. Play toward Ari Green. As the referee permits for FA Euro New York to implement a single substitution. As we'll confirm who has exited for now. Puleo to Hasby. Back to Hasby. Hasby aimed it at Puleo, but instead it's with Lysenko. Thinking about it from way downtown, from beyond the 18-yard box. Called a shot from just around 32 to 35 yards away from goal. Scoreline remains intact, however, as Mejia was scared about booking himself, perhaps, as Dusk was waiting for the referee's permission to implement once more a single substitution. Hasby has Huppert right behind him. Campeche as well, overlapping, but not on the same page. As now Dusk can substitute one player. We'll see as to whom this player is replacing. As entering the game once more is Kevin Serrano. Serrano replacing Pomales. Two players known for their physical defending. The Vidic to his Rio Ferdinand, in other words. Two defenders that will punish you on the ball always. FA Euro New York giving away the ball in a dangerous area as Owen Egan was unable to connect with Ari Green. And despite the sunny weather here, it almost feels a touch colder. Almost inexplicably so, as Campeche was interrupted in that sequence by Merino. Still with FA Euro New York in the opposition's penalty area. Cleared away desperately. FA Euro New York stripped off the ball. Same goes for Ray Sullivan. Quick pass, quick counter. Owen Egan has some reinforcement toward the right-hand side. Owen Egan This could be a 3-on-4. Here comes Ari Green. Ari Green, interference once more. FA Euro New York, not looking to concede a second. It was Husby who delivered that key block. Aim towards Shodmonkulov, goes out of play. Ari Green timing his run perfectly, but in doing so, it allowed the sufficient nanoseconds so that Husby could get right in front of that effort. As Sullivan goes beyond the touchline, replaced for now. I believe Deacon Diggs is back in the game. Strong touch turned into a pass that goes out of play ultimately. FA Euro New York with the throw-in. Husby to Puleo, who was telling the throw-in taker to play toward Lysenko. Good half spin by Halpert. No look pass essentially. Some very quick scanning. Almost as if he had eyes to the back of his head. That's Puleo. Toward Lysenko. Back to Puleo. Puleo with a croqueta touch. Past one, going for a shot from way beyond range. Good for 3 points in the NFL, but not for a goal here. Once more, another shot from maybe around 35 yards away from goal. Perhaps even a touch farther. Mejia aiming it toward Ari Green. Ari Green winning the challenge. Serrano overriding that dribble. But it turns into a giveaway for FA Euro New York. Lysenko. Well, unlike the heap of goals we had seen in the first half, there's only been one so far. That one coming from Owen Egan. As Clyde Kondos does just enough to stall FA Euro New York, as Carlo Carlson and company tell his fellow teammates to slow down the play. The assistant referee overriding that decision for the throw-in. FA Euro New York not too far away from hearing the referee's whistle as Owen Egan connects with Kondos. Kondos trying to enter the 18-yard box via this pass toward the left wing. Deacon Diggs, who was earlier seen escaping two, who nearly got himself an assist, did not deliver an adept touch. Ortiz! That was knuckling. Never threatened, however, Denny Morinigo Arce. Solid effort from Ortiz as we are a quarter hour away from the full-time whistle, assuming there is no stoppage time. And that's the first time I think we've said Denny Morinigo Arce's name in quite a while. As Ari Green tries drawing the foul. Regardless, Owen Egan would have played advantage had the referee deemed it an infraction. Speaking of Ari Green, one drag over was not enough to beat Amador. Puleo. Left-footed lob, a shin pad. Right now on the field from Campeche. As Campeche wastes no time in the throw and counterattacks from FA Euro New York. Normally you'd see this sort of speed of play from a team that's behind in the scoreline, but instead it's FA Euro New York, a team with a 3-1 lead that's playing quickly. Owen Egan, sombrero flicking it over one, but not past Carlo Carlson. Husby to Puleo. Ari Green trying to shove his opponent off the ball. Shodmonkulov apparently onside. Thought Koulibaly would have made him offside, but the assistant referee saw it otherwise as Koulibaly once more. Marking that same winger, Lysenko, has Deacon Diggs marking him tightly. Maybe too many touches. Didn't get enough power to generate a truly successful curling cross. As Puleo aimed the ball toward Husby, who ultimately concedes the throw-in. So again, we are within the final quarter hour territory here in Brooklyn, New York. As Puleo plays it toward a center back. It's with Halpert. As Mejia collects his ball with his hands. Of course, this won't be the only Game and Frame match this weekend, right before the winter break, of course. So do make sure to catch the latest before that seasonal pause. Later today at 6 p.m., Hoboken FC has a chance to be amongst the Eastern Premier Soccer League Metropolitan Conference top 4, but Kids Super Samba AC is looking for all 3 points to maybe break into the top 6, of course. EPSL action continues tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. in a mid-table tussle in the Metropolitan Conference between Neighbors and Points as Ari Green steers it past one. Ari Green has his shot blocked by Carlo Carlson. 6th place New York Athletic Club takes on 7th place Central Park Rangers FC. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. we also take a Cosmopolitan Soccer League Division 1 pit stop where the supreme defense of Polonia SC throws down the gauntlet to New York Ukrainians, whose offense ranks 2nd best. Finally, we return to the Eastern Premier Soccer League. However, it's Deacon Diggs who wants to interrupt that promo. All without a goal, however. So again, returning to the EPSL at 6 p.m. tomorrow, this time in the Delaware River Conference, 5th place Real Central New Jersey takes on the leader of the pack, top of the table, Alloy Soccer Club. All these matches will be broadcast exclusively here on Game in Frame, your home for grassroots soccer. As Campeche being directed by the spectators as to where his shin pad had flown. It is right now currently by the 37-yard line as Dusk relies on Deacon Diggs' cross toward Owen Egan, still alive, still for Dusk. Ortiz takes the first shot, goes for a follow-up, and that time, unlike the knuckling effort he had moments ago, makes its way delicately toward the goalkeeper's feet, who has no one rushing him to pick it up. As Campeche being told by the spectators to recover his shin guard. It really is for his own safety. I mean, we already saw what happened moments ago with Pomales. Imagine if something worse would have happened, if he had no shin guards. That's what these spectators are trying to prevent, in a good sign of sportsmanship, and somehow he treks right over it. Dusk playing it toward the right wing. Deacon Diggs is offside according to the assistant referee. And what a climactic moment that would have been had Diggs been onside. As now Deacon Diggs being told by Coach Dasbach, or Das as he's also known, to play more centrally, less toward the extreme ends, as Amador tries drawing the foul. The referee never even signaling for advantage, maybe a little too theatrical, as Ozodbek Shodmonkulov gives away the ball. Deacon Diggs. Diggs evading Hasby. Diggs looking for options for a cross. Egan, right-footed cross! How has that one not crashed the back of the net, instead making its way toward the goalkeeper, toward Denny Morinigo Arce? How on earth is this scoreline still 3-1? As F. Euro New York, Hasby chasing it as well. Deacon Diggs forcing him into playing it toward Denny. Lopez. Ari Green, the nearest to Lysenko. Carlo Carlson booting this ball way high, way long. Mejia forced into touching it. Not the best clearance we've seen from the netminder in bright green. Normally known for his gutsy style of play that circulates around sweeper keeping, as Ari Green muscled off the ball by Puleo. Puleo looking for a foul, not granted by the referee. We are within the final 8 minutes. In fact, under that. Assuming there is no stoppage time, as Puleo pleads his case to the referee. Beaverberg crossing it toward Deacon Diggs, nearly an own goal. It might have swerved outward, but Denny wanted to make sure. Denny Morinigo Arce, I believe it last touched Carlo Carlson, as Lysenko's the man toward the near post, crossed toward that same aforementioned side, as Dusk has under 7 minutes to equalize here. Serrano has Amador. Serrano wins that duel to Villarini. Villarini has Amador touching the ball last. Serrano to Owen Egan. Ball goes high, not too long. Amador to Serrano now. Puleo. Well, the ball continues to ping pong around, and I'm surprised that Puleo was gifted the foul there. It appeared to have been the opposite, as Carlo Carlson being told by the head coach of FA Euro New York's U19 program to take the free kick by his own 36-yard line. Carlo, known for his long ball deliveries, aiming it towards Shadmonkulov. Read well by the center half. And even though it feels colder to me, apparently it's warmer with 30 witnessing, given that the previous encounter ended 3-3. This one reads 3-1 as Puleo toward the far post! Not very far away. One that still required a save, or I should say dive, pardon, from Marco Donajevic Vico, replacing Mejia. So Donajevic Vico is now in goal for Downtown United Soccer Club, sporting a full vault uniform. Amador toward Lysenko. Quiet second half for FA Euro New York, as Deacon Diggs is onside according to the assistant referee. Deacon Diggs controlling with the right foot, pushing with that same foot. Deacon Diggs! Referee signals no penalty for now. That one cleared forward. The referee never even bothered to look at Deacon Diggs. As Puleo likewise brought down, bouncing off the torso of Lysenko. Villarini back to Owen Egan, still with Dusk, with Bejsenovic and Deacon Diggs, not there in time. Now, to be fair, I was hearing more shouts from the players on the field than the players on the bench for Downtown United Soccer Club. Particularly accompanied by the silence of Coach Thus, who didn't see any problem with that sort of situation. The one cannot deny the fact that Deacon Diggs was looking for a penalty. And although too close for comfort, I think the referee made the right decision there, as Carlo Carlson takes the goal kick. Towards Shadmonkulov. Ozodbek dropping back, marking alongside Halpert, and it is in fact Ozodbek that gets the final touch. Villarini playing it toward the right wing. Deacon Diggs with his first touch, a cross-gone shot that's ultimately controlled by Denny, the goalkeeper in aqua blue. We are within the final 2 minutes. 2 minutes for 2 more goals. Not impossible, but certainly daunting. Being up 3-0 isn't always a guarantee that you'll end up winning the game. Just ask AC Milan how it felt like losing to Liverpool, ultimately on penalties, in that Champions League final many moons ago. Of course, the famous night in Istanbul. As there's a single change here for FA Euro New York. Again, in that Istanbul game. AC Milan was up 3-0. And of course, Liverpool replied with 3 more goals of its own in consecutive fashion, as that's a fantastic one-handed save by Morínigo Arce. Morínigo Arce. Of course, as he prefers. Well, we are just 30 seconds away from the 90th minute itself being complete, so we will be approaching stoppage time soon. Left-footed toward the far post, and once again, black magic must be at play. Dusk doing everything right, but the final touch. And there's a player down on the ground for now. It's Hasbi, who's outstretching his right leg. One cannot deny Dusk having incredible opportunities at goal, let alone to equalize in the earlier parts of the game. The fact that it is still 3-1 here is something eye-catching. Ortiz had a tandem duo in the form of Amador and Lysenko closely marking him. Campeche. As Campeche won't be taking the throw, and we are in stoppage time. And it is a mystery as to how much time is left. I would argue 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. Lysenko dropping it back toward Carlo Carlson. Off the shoulder of Ozodbek. Halpert, who scored the last FA Euro goal, looking to assist another. And right now it's in the gloves of Dunajevic Vico. Serrano asking for nearby options, playing it toward Ortiz. Dropping back. This one for all the marbles as Amador plays it toward Ozodbek. Shodmonkulov toward the right-hand side, dealt with by Neil Wieverberg. Bijarini evades one FA Euro defender, Deacon Diggs. Back to Bijarini. Deacon Diggs trying to chase down that ball. The referee still letting play continue. We are past the 2nd minute now of stoppage time. All or nothing here for all the marbles. Great save. Solid. Rock solid. And that is the final touch of the ball. And it is FA Euro New York, the Brooklynites, that will etch their name into the Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League history books. A 3-1 result. 2nd time this season that FA Euro New York scores 3 goals against this opponent. But thanks to head-to-head results, FA Euro New York just acquired its 13th point, tying that of Downtown United Soccer Club. But of course, head-to-head results do matter here in the CJSL. The immediate tiebreaker after number of wins for Downtown United Soccer Club, its record falls to 4-1-1. FA Euro New York likewise has a 4-1-1 record. But as previously stated, that 3-3 result that earlier ended as a tie this season is now followed up with a 3-1 victorious performance by FA Euro New York. Of course, the first goal scored by Carlo Carlson, the second goal scored by Agustin Garcia Perez, and the last FA Euro goal being scored by Ethan Halpert. Downtown United Soccer Club, however, made sure not to get shut out, as it was Owen Agan, the number 14 of Dusk, who was able to reply in the second half, but it merely wasn't enough. 3-1 is the full-time scoreline here from Brooklyn, New York. However, do stay tuned for some post-match action. Again, you have been watching the 2024 fall season of the U19 Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League on Game in Frame.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
That's a good bit of footwork there by Spalding, who's gone for a spacious shot! It's magnificent by Spalding!
Yeah, no, I'm going to come in. Come up on then go.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Game in Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt and we're at St John's Stadium. It's going to be Spencer Burkhart over the wall. Brilliant! Hoboken level it up. He's gone down. Penalty Pan-Cyprians. Joe Holland beats Borte and re-establishes the lead for the Pan-Cyprian Freedoms.
Joe, congratulations on the hat-trick, great seeing you.
As a player, I was looking to just have
Well guys, that just about does it for us at St John's. The Pan-Cyprian Freedoms going top of the EPSL Metropolitan table tonight. 4-2 winners over Hoboken. Ruiz. Bath has had a lovely touch around the corner and Joe Holland is away from Riordan. Tristan in the middle. Joe Holland didn't need him. Tucked home. And it's Holland's 5th goal in 3 EPSL games. He is irresistible at the moment. If he misses this, Renegades are very nearly home. Edward saves it! The fairy tale is within Renegade's grasp.
He spins very well, once, not once, but twice. Oliveira Going long to Gonzalez is 1-on-2. Goalkeeper doesn't come. Gonzalez trying to chip over the top. He's got it from 30 yards out. Gonzalez gives Ironman a 1-0 lead in the UPSL Premier quarterfinal. Yingling for Enzo Petrocelli. Yingling again. Donaldson, can he add his name? Yes, he can. Anthony Donaldson, his second goal on the season, first of the match, and it was placement like none other.
They'll punch it back in. For one! Great save! A second! That almost came up on the hand of Gottlieb. His chance is still gone, not away. That's 2 saves for Priyanka.
Holland, Rosero, beautiful Junior Rosero! Well, that was an emphatic strike. Shefty puts the ball back in to the top of the box! Oh my goodness! Blair getting low so quickly. I don't know how he put a ball to that, but he did. Well, Cifuentes Diaz making the defenders do the Cupid shuffle. Now left, now right, now kick.
Are they going to their first ever Open Cup? Redemption for Oscar Rivas! And a fairy tale ending to a fairy tale week for New York Renegades.
As promised, live here from Brooklyn, New York, is the victorious side, FA Euro New York, for that aforementioned post-match action. Alongside me first, as we are doing this practically in reverse goal order, is Ethan Halpert, responsible for that third goal. So let's start first before the game. What was the mentality like knowing that you guys needed a win in order to secure the league table at the very end?
I think the mentality is always the same. So, I mean, obviously today was a big game, but the mentality is always the same. We go out and win the game. We get 3 points.
Mellow nerves were always on display, most notably with that cool finish to make it 3-0, a goal that really solidified the win. So talk to us about the emotional side as well as the physical bang-bang play right there.
It was a great ball in behind to Augustine, and then I see he was alone, so I tried to help him out. And then it was just one-on-one in the box, take a touch to my right and try and finish. And went in.
So a sense of relief must have surely overcome not only you, but also your teammates, seeing that it's 3-0 right before the halftime whistle.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to go into the half winning the game? So, yeah, we knew we had to win, and I mean, a first half 3-0 lead we'll always take that. So yeah.
Makes sense. Do stay warm, Ethan. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Now, of course, you didn't mention a name here, Agustin Garcia Perez. Welcome here. Congrats on the win. And of course, on that goal, which we're going to talk about. We already mentioned that word bang, bang. But really the key to today's game has been counterattacking. Was that always the plan before this match as a whole?
I think it was. I talked with the midfielders and the center backs to try to hit it over the defenders because I'm pretty fast. I can run around them. And then when I saw that the keeper had the ball, I tried to press on the outside and saw the striker pressing, and that just led us to the goal. I was there at the right time.
So I also want you to maybe drive us through what you were seeing specifically during that second goal, one that you were able to just bury past the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I saw the keeper looked a little nervous, and I saw Vinny pressing in, and then I saw the other winger pass it to him. I just took a touch and hit it right in.
So quick styles of play at the end did favor FA Euro New York, per your word. So Agustin, congratulations on the goal and on the win. And of course, the scorer of the first goal, rock solid in the back line today, is Carlo Carlson. Let's talk first about the defensive side of the game. You guys were able to shut out Downtown United Soccer Club in the first half to make it 3-0. Final result was 3-1, so no clean sheet, but still, to hold this sort of offense that has the greatest goal differential in the entire league, it must have been something incredible.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's due to our style of play. We like to play possession and we like to go long. So I feel like we kept them on the back foot a lot, and we really limited their counterattacks and their ability to score.
But it looks like you returned the favor, however, gave them a taste of their own medicine, as aforementioned by Ethan as well as Agustin. Counterattack after counterattack after counterattack. What was really the vitality or importance of the back line today when it came to that?
I think that we had to stay strong this game because we knew they had a lot of strong attackers. They had a strong midfield. They definitely moved the ball well and were probably the best opposition we've played in the league. So I think that our defense and our keeper knew that they had to have a big game, and I felt that we did very well.
Now let's also talk about that first goal. One that I had noted was buried with a ton of conviction. Not the first time we've seen your name being involved when it comes to these corner kick or dead ball-like scenarios. So walk us through what was it like being able to find that first goal within the opening 8 minutes or so.
Yeah, I got a good service from Brian off the corner, and then it missed past two people. And I saw the ball rolling on my feet. I knew I was going to be able to touch and finish, and it definitely felt very good because we knew this was a big game, and to get on the score sheet first in the first 15 minutes was a big deal for us.
In that case, thank you very much, Carlo, for your insight. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
And of course, last but certainly not least, is a name that was mentioned time and time again, practically covering the entire field back and forth. It is Puleo. Puleo, firstly, congratulations. Let's talk about how you were involved everywhere on the pitch. Doesn't matter what third, offensive third, defensive third, neutral third, you were always there. How would you describe your role today in terms of the style of play that you displayed?
I think, I'm a big part of the midfield, and whenever I get the ball, I dictate the play. I dictate whether we go backwards or forwards, whether we play a ball in behind, we play, in the midfield, 1-2, stuff like that. So, that's just how I like to play, my play style. And, with the fitness, I always work on my, at home, my fitness, stuff like that. So, obviously, you can tell I was all over the pitch, So, yeah.
You practically had three lungs, again, always running back and forth. Let's also talk about physicality here. We saw some moments, not where there were chippiness or where there was chippiness necessarily, but it was important to really maintain the nerves, I would imagine, especially with a 3-0 advantage.
Yeah, I really like the referee. He was kind of, getting me mad, I got a couple of fouls, he didn't call anything, but, he's got to stay composed, stuff like that. But it was a good game. We got the victory, 3-1. So, and, top of the league. Pretty sure we won the league, right? Head to head, yes. So, it's an exciting win. We won the league, and, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, then. Puleo, congratulations. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, congratulations on the win. Of course, not only in this match, but in the league. Likewise. Of course, you heard it here first. FA Euro New York won second place. Now top dog. Thanks to head-to-head results. Again, that first match between these two ended 3-3. This follow-up, live right now, it had ended 3-1. All in favor of FA Euro New York. So, on behalf of Marlon Diaz, I have been Sean Cabrera, thanking you for tuning into this transmission of the CJSL, the Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League U19 division on Game and Frame. But I'm also thanking you, we are thanking you, for tuning into Game and Frame all season long throughout the autumn. Thank you very much, and we'll be seeing you shortly in the spring. Remember, there are more matches this weekend, later today and tomorrow, starting, of course, at 12:30 p.m. onward. So, again, on behalf of Marlon Diaz, I have been Sean Cabrera, and you have been watching the U19 Cosmopolitan Junior Soccer League on Game in Frame.